Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I'm in the thumb of Michigan, and I love to do videos on canning and vintage recipes and baking and just life here in the country in the thumb of Michigan. Today I'm going to continue on with my series I've been doing on canning. I've done 2 videos on things that I'm canning from my canning plan. I did one on things I always want on my pantry shelf. And a question I've been asked repeatedly is, what books do I use? Where do I get my ideas and recipes from? What safe sources? So I thought I would share with you what I use. And my first and favorite book is the Ball Blue book. And this was the first one that I got when I really got back into canning. And the new version came out last year. So I have both. And there are some changes and there are some different recipes. And so both are good. They say canning books are good for 10 years and then they need to be updated or revised. And so this one isn't quite to that stage yet, but they came out with this one because it's real close. Why do I like the Ball Blue book? For me, it has a great variety of everything from jams to jellies to low acid like your vegetables and to your meats. It has recipes that aren't just, it tells you how to do the basic, how to can meat in chunks, how to can green beans, but then it will have some different recipes like the Hungarian goulash that I did in January, came from this book. This book also has recipes. Let's see, here is the goulash. It has soups like split pea. It has seasoned ground beef. I've been wanting to do that. It has spiced tomato soup. It just has a great variety of anything and everything, from simple to things with a little bit of a spin on them. I really enjoy a lot of the recipes from here. And sometimes I tweak them, with the seasoning, but there's always something I can find in here that appeals to me. And what I really like too is it gives you, like, it will do these pictures and it will let you know what they used. It'll give you recipes. It also has dehydrating. It has freezing. It has, and here's like the recipe area. And it's really nice when you can something to get a different idea. Like here's blueberry focaccia. And this is using your dried blueberries that they show you how to make. Apple butter pancakes using apple butter and also the maple walnut syrup. I've made this. I did a video on this. This is the zucchini pineapple donuts using the zucchini that you can as mock pineapple, which is really good. So the Ball Blue book is my very first, dearest, favorite canning book. So then when I started getting more into canning and wanted to make sure I was following safe recipes, I got these 2 from Ball. And I can't remember which one I got first. This is my favorite. This has really good recipes, but this is my favorite. And I'll tell you why. There's this area with the green. Like this here is simple 1-jar meals, chicken verde, chicken curry, chicken and gravy in a jar, pot roast in a jar. Pot roast in a jar is amazing. It's basically a stew. I have made it. I've done a video on it. And I've done it with venison. I've done it with chuck roast. It has such good flavor. I've done a real basic stew, layered stew that my husband loves to take, but this, it is just so good. The seasoning is spot on. Beef stroganoff. highly recommend canning the beef stroganoff. I am out and need to do it again. Makes the easiest beef stroganoff that people would think you spent all day cooking. Just amazing. And here's 1 jar of vegetables. You need to follow their measurements and their weights. They're figured exactly like that. But there's herbed carrots, there's honey ginger carrots, which are so good. Mexican corn, I love that. Succotash, I did that last year. Green beans and mushroom, Mediterranean potatoes. There are so many simple, easy 1 jar recipes. And what I like about this too is they're small batch. It makes 4 pints or 2 quarts, so you can double or triple it. But to see if you like something, how nice to just do it that way. This one has some real unique recipes too. This is one I've been wanting to do, the sweet tea poached peaches, because we have a peach tree. And I think that just sounds like it could be really interesting to have, just to serve as a dessert the way it is, to serve it over something. But that's one that I want to try. Here's Drunken Peaches. Okay, this is the book I got let me find it. Cranberry port jelly. So good. But now I'm going to make the Swedish meatball stroganoff, which uses a jar of that. So very often they have the canning recipe here, and here they have a recipe using it. How cool is that? There is spicy pork in here, and then they give how to make some tacos out of it. Just really, like, here it is. This is using the spicy pork. Those look really good. So I love this one. It's just sort of fresh and more modern and a little bit elevated. And it has recipes that you can do when your produce is all coming in, but it has great winter recipes too, for those of us that like canning 12 months out of the year, that it's our hobby. This one, this has so many recipes in it. It has lots of jams and jellies. It has fruits. It has salsas, really different salsas, condiments. It has tomatoes, and it has fermentation. This one has the syrups that I want to try. In some of these recipes, I will tell you this, like they have grandma's chili sauce in here, which it's very close to what my mom and grandma made, so I want to try and turn that into theirs. And that is in some other ones. It has mustards, it has vinegars. This has just a great variety. This has the plum jam, the Asian plum jam. It has corn relish, but it even has like a New England style corn relish. So not just basic, it's variations. And what I like too is they'll give a recipe, like this is simple house salsa, but then down here at the end they have variations. I find this is a real easy book to read too. It's not too small, it's laid out simple. The ball book, some of the recipe pages have more on them, you know, so it could be a little, this is easier to read maybe. So the ball books, I love the ball books. After the ball blue books, and I shouldn't say after because it's one that I use, is the USDA Complete Guide to Home Canning. Now, I will tell you, I got this when I first heard about it on Amazon, and this is probably a pirated copy. I did check, I always check according to the website before I follow a recipe from here, and it seems to be good, but when I update this book, I will be buying directly from the USDA because I'd rather have the money go to them and to hopefully for more research. That's my hope. This is the basics. They do have some recipes like the beans and molasses sauce and the beans and tomato sauce are in here. But this is like the Bible. This just tells you the basics and the guidelines. They do have like chili con carne. I will tell you that I have done Mrs. Wage's pasta sauce, and I have done without meat, and I've done from here. And I love the one from here. Mrs. Wage's is good, super simple, easy, convenient, but I will go back to this one. I'm trying to find it. This has ketchup in it. Spaghetti with meat sauce. And I did mine without, spaghetti without meat sauce. This recipe is so good. And it even has mushrooms if you want in it. That's the one that I will follow from now on. But when I want to double check my tomatoes, the guidelines, you know, how much lemon juice, what time to process, is it water bath, pressure canning, I go to this book. This book tells me everything. And then I have a couple of books, 3 actually, that are not by the big 2, you know, aren't by Ball or the National Center. And you have to be so cautious when you're getting these books, because there's some out there that will lead you astray and down a path that's not considered safe and tested. So when I get these books, I always double check back like to this to make sure that it matches. So this is one that I have, and actually this was one that Mary Ellen from Prepper Potpourri suggested, and she does such unique recipes, and it has a lot of different spices and flavorings, and I like to have flavor in my food. So this has been a really good one too, like carnitas and street taco meat, you know, so, and some of them are kind of based on Ball with her own twist on them, which is really good. I mean, it's fine to give your twist and give ideas to people. I did that with canning the American goulash. I didn't follow their spice blend. I did what my family likes. So this is a really good book, and it's a great read. It's really a nice one. Here's another one that I have, and this was actually, I think Lisa from Sutton's Days suggested this one. And it's a pretty basic one. And it's a real pretty book. And it gives a nice, it reads really well. Okay, let me start over. This one's really a good read too. It gives a lot of good, interesting information in a way that's real easy to read. I have not done a recipe from here yet, though, I will say that. But I enjoy reading it. It has a brief history on canning. And, you know, she is a certified master food preserver. And so that one's been a good one. And my last one is actually the first non-Ball or USDA book I got. And it's Blue Ribbon Canning. And it was suggested to me by someone. And these are all recipes that were submitted to state fairs and county fairs. And they all follow the guidelines that are done by extension offices. And what I like is it tells a story about the person and what, you know, prizes they've won at state fairs. It doesn't have any low acid recipes, really. Well, I shouldn't say that. Here's yellow wax beans. So it does have some, but it's a lot of fruit and jams and preserves and really different combinations. Strawberry lemon marmalade and orange marmalade, pear jelly. Ooh, that's an idea with my pear tree, huh? Make pear jelly. But it's a really laid out, nice, easy to read, great descriptions and explanations. And then it's fun having the information on the winning recipe that is featured. Those are all my books. And I'll try and put a link down below for them. And so that will help you if you are interested. But those are really good books, and I know that I have no problem recommending them. I know that they're safe and follow the guidelines. So that's the books that I recommend. I'm always on the hunt for any others. I've had some that I've purchased that I later learned were not safe, and I threw them away before I ever used any of them. And the hard part is that some books might have a bunch of recipes that are safe, and then they throw in some where they crossed a line. And I just don't want to take that risk, and I don't want to share those recipes with you because I don't want to mislead anyone that they are safe. I just want to make sure when I can something and put it on my pantry shelf that I feel very confident when I feed it to my family or give it away to someone that they're not going to get sick. That's why I like to follow the guidelines. Now, I don't just go from books. I also go on websites, and I'm going to share with you some of the websites I do use. First one is the National Center, and then Ball, and then Bernardin, which is the Canadian version of Ball. And they have some fancy ones there, like really a little more gourmet, some of them. So Ball, Bernardin, and the National Center. Those are always go-tos. After that, extension offices. Like California has some very active extension offices. The Missouri extension is where I found canning American goulash. That recipe is amazing. I did that for Canuary. Minnesota has the Minnesota mix. The California ones that I mentioned, they have some great recipes. Last year it was celebration jam, and it had rhubarb, mint, strawberry, and lime juice in it. That was really fun. A different way, and it's beautiful color. So I always check extension offices. I actually have liked several of them on Facebook, and so that I see when they put new posts, and then I save it in my canning folder I have, so I can go back and refer to them. So extension offices, if it's an extension office with the EDU ending, they are good. Those are safe sites. Mrs. Wages. Now it's using her packets, but recipes from there are safe. I also go to Healthy Canning, and Healthy Canning is based on Ball recipes, and it's safe too, and they might do some variations, but it's healthy canning recipes. And then also I go to Food in Jars. That's Australian based. 2 years ago, I did butter chicken for Canuary, and that came from Food in Jars. And the last site is Pomona's Pectin. If you like using Pomona's Pectin, there are so many jam, jelly, preserve recipes. Really unique combinations, and all using Pomona's Pectin, which is less sugar or no sugar. You can also use like honey with it, or you can use maple syrup. So those are the resources that I use to find new canning ideas, to do my extras especially, and just to personalize my canning and make it my canning pantry for my family that we like. I still always have my basics, but I like to sometimes zhuzh it up and make it a little special. I hope this helps any of you who are looking to add to your canning library and food preserving library, I guess I should say, because it's not just canning, it's dehydrating, it's fermentation, it's freezing, it's food preservation. So keep an eye out for these books. These you can usually buy in grocery stores, Walmart. This I just saw online only. But keep an eye out for all these books. They are really fun. They are a great way to have resources at your fingertips. Sometimes I don't want to always look online. It's hard to read online, and I like to have it in my hands, you know. So happy canning, everyone. I'm going to have more canning videos coming out and more canning talk videos coming out. And I hope you will join me for them. If you like this video, if you could share it, if you could push the like button. And if you're new here, please feel welcome to subscribe. I would love to have you here at Pike Creek Farm. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.